What's going on? My name is James Dean Gardner. I am Special McKinley, and here's your first session Q&A. And first question up is Lucas Markham with, where did the name Special McKinley come from? All right, so Special McKinley came from just a combination of words. There's a mall outside of Hamburg, New York called the McKinley Mall. And what happened there was, like, I was just driving around. Me and my dad were just driving around there. And somehow the word Special McKinley just, kind of, was in my head at the time. Special just, was out there in the open. And McKinley, I just saw a sign. And I kind of associated the two at the time. And, that's what happened. It's a weird name, I know. And it's kind of, it's a boring story, but I tell it every time that someone asks. So if you're looking for a straightforward answer to it, it's just the name, of a mall, really. And then I just put Special in front of it. And that's like the story of it. Isaac Lewis asks, how and when did you first become interested in being an artist? Well, I was in a slew of bands during high school, and none of them worked out, really. So I kind of just wanted to, do my own thing. And based on my own work ethic, as a musician and as a student, as someone who was learning how to do their own thing, learning how to record music, I kind of wanted just to do everything on my own. And it's been beneficial because, with my own methods and techniques, it's always been, hard to collaborate with people. But my real artistry started when I was around, 7, 8 years old, just writing poetry for a long time, really letting my emotions free. And that was, a really innocent time in my life. And I still hold those memories really, really dear to my heart. But now it's evolved to, being my own, producer, my own songwriter, being my own, main guy in one. Everything I've done so far creatively has been through Special McKinley. And that just started when I was in high school, and I didn't really think it would get this far, but it's been honestly, it's been like one of the most real living experiences ever, just being my own artist and being my own person. I was really interested in it when I was songwriting in high school. I had notebooks and just dozens of, sketchbooks and different kinds of notepads just filled to the brim with lyrics I never really used. All my lyrics now are kind of written, at college or, are taken from old demos that I really liked because they're recent experiences, and that's what I really liked about them. And that's what, I really, really thought would resonate with me was my experiences before I was in Special McKinley. Those really build up who I am as an artist and as a person. So that time in my life as a teenager was really crucial for me. So that's what, my experiences was when becoming an artist. Will Skamoski asks, what's your favorite song on the record and why? Well, there are so many songs on the record that I could say are my favorite, but it just comes down to what I'm feeling any other day. I know there's only 10 songs in the album, but usually I just feel a certain way about some songs during any day of the week. And if I had to choose one song I'm really most proud of or that I'm really excited about on the album, it's got to be, I think, The Dreamcatcher, because that's a song it's just so grand and it's so huge. This is this really gigantic sound. It has so much structure to it, and it has so much meaning to it that I think it just really resonates with me this whole entire time. The Dreamcatcher was one of the first songs I wrote for the album, and structure-wise, it was the first thing I did. And lyrically, it's one of the most longest, experiences I've had this whole entire time. Trying to write the chorus and trying to write the outro and all the verses and making sure all the pieces fit. And there's a lot of good imagery when you're listening to it. So that's the song I kind of wanted to emphasize more on. And it's really cool because it's a Requiem song. It's the last song on the record, and it's about just saying goodbye. It's reminiscent of Fall For You from Insignificant, because that song was more like a departure too. Really just a grand, departure of, the album. As a concept, it's it's like the death of the album. My album was kind of it kind of talks about life and how my life experiences were, affected, and how they were actually being portrayed in this album. But the Dreamcatcher capitalizes on that by being the finale, and the theme behind it, it's 7 minutes long, and it's supposed to capture the emotion of a dream, because it is said that when we pass away, we have about 7 minutes of brain activity left. That's due to some sort of research. I'm not sure what field it is, but they say that the last 7 minutes of our lives is played in like a dream sequence, like from all of our life events to, you know, the very last second you were conscious. And that really resonated with me, because in that song itself, it can be like a little flashback of like what the whole album means, or what really life really means. It gets really deeper, you know, it has a lot of layers to it. Ogres have layers, and yeah, that's just a song that really just struck a nerve with me, and I really love that song, and I'm still working on it, and that's good because taking my time with this song and all the songs in the album have really been, you know, really rewarding, because you find new things out about your music every single day, and that's really just awesome, because you just find new meanings and find new layers of sound you never saw before. But with the Dreamcatcher, it's kind of like my favorite. That's definitely my favorite right now. Alias's Masky asks, how long does it take for you to write a song? Usually, well, it does take me a long time to write, you know, a good song. My first process for making a song or writing a song used to include having guitar and stuff like that, but I finally realized, like, you know, you can just like put like pianos down on a computer, and I would just write from there, and it would work out in the end. And I would like write my own. I'd write to different tempos and write to different, you know, things. That would usually take around like a couple of days. And just to complete a song, you know, like writing, recording, and producing it and mastering it, insignificant. It only took around like, you know, a couple of months, but for me here, it took almost a whole year. I had all the instruments recorded back in around the end of January. That's when I last did instruments on the album, and now I'm just like focusing on all the, you know, like writing in harmonies and writing in, you know, the rest of the lyrics and changing in minor fixes and the final mastering and mixing of the album. And this whole experience took like a whole year, and each song was different in its own length. But it ranges anywhere from like around a week to around, you know, a couple of months. So it does change. And it's not good or bad for any of the songs if they're longer or shorter for, you know, tension. It's just a matter of the magic at the time, you know, because sometimes I have writer's block and sometimes I don't have the right words at the time, but I'll manage to like work around it and get back to it later. So that's what's good for, you know, for the time being. So Hannah Dowdall asks, what's your favorite song you've done a cover of? I would definitely say it's a tie between Obvious by Blink-182 and I think like Your Graduation by Modern Baseball. It's just the structure of those songs are really unique and interesting, and I love the way, you know, I was you know, recording them, and you know, they're really timeless too. Like I still go back and listen to that Modern Baseball cover I did. I still go back and listen to the Obvious covers I did, and those are fun because you can just go back and listen to them, and it's really your own take on them, and you know, it's really cool to, you know, have other people listen to it too. Those are some of my highest played tracks on SoundCloud, and that's really cool. I really hope to have like more originals up there in the play count, but it's fine. I mean, if people love listening to my covers, that's really cool. Casey Rosario asks, who are the members of Special McKinley? You're looking at him. I'm the only member of Special McKinley. I do all my own marketing, managing, recording, production, designs, all the things that you see on Special McKinley. All my own social media, I do all that. And I'm just really a powerhouse, you know, for a band that's working by themselves, because I know a lot of people don't have like all the social media profiles, and they don't have all the right designs or, you know, stuff like that. But with me, I'm just really creative like that. You know, I really like having creative outlets and figuring stuff out my own. So I guess it's really beneficial to be, you know, like a one-man band that just does everything himself. But it does, you know, limit myself to, you know, like perspective. I've only had one point of view for this whole experience of Special McKinley, and it's only my point of view. And I never really had anyone else's like input or anything about like the music I write or produce or anything. So I think in the future I would like to have like more members in the band, and just to see how that works out, because, you know, I would love to have more set of ears and stuff like that, and that'd be really cool to have in the future. Just to have like a drummer or a bassist or even a producer, you know, just helping me out like what I should write next, or, you know what I mean. It'd be really cool to have in the future. But as of right now, it's kind of like it's just me right now, and I'm cool with that. And it's been really beneficial that way because I can just work on my own really fast. It's really fast paced with me, so it's really cool. It's really rewarding. Alexis Rink asks, who are your biggest inspirations and what inspires you to create or write music? I would say this one band called Blink-182 actually helped me out a lot growing up because they were just, really fun, a really cool band that I listened to, being exposed to them when I was a teenager after everything happened with me. It was really cool to see them uplifting and really honest, and that's why I listened to them. A lot of people just listen to them because they have the funny songs, and I really cherish more than that about those guys. And, as I grew up, I kind of deferred my taste, and I grew on a lot of different artists. So bands like I'd say like the Killers, Angels and Airwaves, Night Riots, Bad Sons, Motion City Soundtrack, Modern Baseball. It's really cool to see myself releasing music at the same time as they do, and it's really exciting, just to have those on the same side and everything. It's really fun to have those influences. They're really cool. All right, Jesse and Dino asked who has the best pizza in Syracuse, and I would have to say I would definitely have to say Varsity. Varsity is pretty good in Syracuse, but if you're looking for really good pizza, go to Buffalo and go to like Lenova's. You know what I mean? It's only a drive that way. So if you go to Buffalo and you go into like the inner city, they have Lenova's. Go there. Best pizza and wing combo ever. I would know because I'm a big guy, and that's my elixir. This has been part 1 of Special McKinley's Q&A session.